what to do for the next what for today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Shabbos, because I won't be here for there won't be classes on it. Okay, we're supposed to burn our fingernails if we after cutting them. You're not supposed to throw them around. He would put a little piece of wood among the burning. His father would do it. This is the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. There was a chassid. His name was Reb Elia Abeller. It was very simple. It was a very simple person. Once when he came into Yechidut, my grandfather, that's the fourth Rebbe of Chabad, said to him, Elia, I envy you. You go to different markets. You meet a lot of people. Sometimes in the middle of a business transaction, you get into a discussion about a Jewish saying, a saying from Ein Yaakov, it's Midrash of the Torah. And you arouse the other person's interest in studying Torah and Chassidut. This causes joy by God. And God rewards such thing with the blessing of children, health, and sustenance. The bigger the fair is, the market, the more work there is to do, and the greater will be your profit. There's a similar statement also made by the Alter Rebbe. We'll see this later on in the HaYom Yom, that the first Rebbe of Chabad, the Alter Rebbe, was a tremendously holy person and learned Torah. And a businessman came into him and he said, I envy you. I sit here with the Hasidim all the time, and I deal with holy things. You deal with the physical world, and you have the ability to teach people, to influence people who have no connection to Torah, Judaism, God, and to say a good word to them. This is a tremendous advantage. I envy you. Okay, that is today. Let's do tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow. 1 minute. 1 minute. Here we go. Tomorrow. This is right before Yom Kippur. Some people say Shema Yisrael in the morning before services to say Shema Yisrael in the proper time. Because sometimes in Chabad, we pray after the time of saying Shema. So you should say Shema Yisrael early in the morning, before the first quarter of the day. You should repeat this in an usual, also repeat it again. And then after you say Shema, you repeat, Ani Hashem Elokechem. And then continue with the word emet. You'll have to look into the prayer book and see this. Then when you put on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, or there's other types of tefillin you can put on, you don't repeat these words. On Lag Bomer, the Tzemach Tzedek said the following teaching of the Baal Shem Tov. He said, you Jewish people will be a land, a desirous land. Eretz Chayfetz, says God. Just like the greatest scientists will never discover the limits of the enormous natural resources which God has put into the land. Who would ever dream that uranium or plutonium, whatever, has the power to light up whole cities, whatever? Because everything comes from the earth, just like the earth has untold riches, and no one can possibly fathom how much. Also, the same thing, the limits of the great treasures which are inside of every Jew and the Jewish people. The Baal Shem Tov said, I want to make the Jewish people that they should give forth produce which God's land is capable of producing. If you have you own a vineyard and it makes 5 tons of grapes every year, that's great. But if someone comes and says, listen, I have this stuff, I'll put it on the ground, it'll make you that you can produce 500 tons of grapes. Wouldn't you want to do it? Of course. Says not only 500 tons of grapes, I can make it that even 1/2 of your ground, 500 tons of grapes, and the rest of it you can grow pomegranates, whatever. Of course, you have the potential to do so much, of course. Every Jew has untold potential for good. So the Baal Shem Tov, that's what I want to do, to reveal the potential. And that's what Mashiach will do. He'll reveal. That's why we want to bring Mashiach, to reveal the good potential hidden in every Jew and in the whole world. That is tomorrow. Lag Bomer was one of the Mittler Rebbe's particularly noteworthy festivals. He and the Hasidim, they go out to the fields, and usually he would not eat bread, but he did eat some fruits, whatever, and he drank strong drink, vodka, which he was not allowed to do because of his health reasons. Many wonders were seen at that time. Most of them involved the blessing of children. People that were childless, they came, and all year long, people waited for Lag Bomer. People that were not blessed with children would go to the Rebbe on that day, and he would bless them, and they would have children. We're talking about the second Rebbe of Chabad. Mittler Rebbe, the second Rebbe of Chabad. Special day. The Rebbe also, our Rebbe also made on that day would be big marches of children, big marches. Okay, children's marches, huge. When they came out on Sunday, because Sunday was when Lag Bomer came on Sunday. More. Here we go. That was tomorrow. That was Lag Bomer. Now we have Shabbat. This is when Shabbat. Chassidut is godly intelligence. Looking at the world from God's point of view, understanding, which shows man how small he is, but how important and great he can become. Okay, now story. Well, it's late. I've been over this.